Hello, welcome to Lunch with Lee. Today's Friday. We're talking about dryer vents. A common question we get asked all the time, and I've covered it before, but it still happens all the time, which is how do I know if my dryer vent needs to be cleaned? And I can tell you the perfect way, and I can tell you sort of the homeowner-based way that that a lot of our homeowners use. But the perfect way is call us out or call another dryer vent company out that has the proper equipment that can actually measure in an actual gauge whether it needs to be cleaned or not. But we put a MagnaHelic, which measures how hard the vent or the fan inside the dryer has to work to get air to the outside. It's measured in inches of water column. And then airflow on the outside of what is the speed of the air coming out the termination. There's certain different things we look for to figure out, is this in specs or is it not in specs? So that is the way that a professional will come in, and they should, to actually, because you need that before and after cleaning to figure out if you did any good or not. So that's the professional way. Now, homeowner wise, what are the best ways? If it is taking longer for your clothes to dry, and a lot of times this happens so slowly you don't recognize it, but especially if you put it on like time dry and the load finishes and it's still wet, that's a problem. Or you put it on sensor dry and it's run for 6 hours and it's still drying and it's still wet. Those are all things. It could be the dryer too, but if the dryer's getting hot and it's not drying, that's often a symptom of a dryer vent problem. Another thing that can happen is you smell like something burnt when it runs. And that is the lint building up back into the heating element of the dryer. And it burns. That's the beginnings of a dryer vent fire. It's bad. So that can happen too as well. Also, the top of your dryer, if it gets really, really hot, it means that hot air is not getting to the outside. It's overheating. That's when you can have all those things combined into problems. So those are the basic ways a homeowner can figure it out. Also, it's how long since you've last cleaned it. That has a lot to do with how much laundry you do. If you do 2 loads a day, it's different if you do 1 load a week. So the amount of buildup, the design of your dryer vent dictates when you have it cleaned. Is it too long? Is it too many turns? Is it the wrong shape? Is it the wrong size? Is it the wrong material? All those things matter. Also, where if it goes out the side of your house, the outside termination, where it has the little flaps that open and close or don't have flaps, or when it goes to the roof, that thing on top will dictate how often you have to have it cleaned. If it's a better design, you'll have to have it cleaned less. So the official rule as far as cleaning of dryer vents, have it cleaned once a year or inspected and cleaned when necessary. That is the correct thing. So if you have questions, comments, please put it in comments below. You can send us notes. We'll be happy to take care of anything you have. Please share it, like it. It helps us to help more people. When more people get to see this, the way they do that is if you like a video or share it, it shows to more people. So I really appreciate it, and we will see you next Friday. Thanks.